This video was created and brought to you by ManageMax. We manage condominiums, HOAs, manufactured housing and apartment communities throughout Southeast Michigan. We're a growing company, and maybe we'll get to your area soon if we're not there yet. We create these videos to share industry insights with current and prospective clients. There will be an opportunity to connect with us at the end, so stick around to the end of the video. Now let's dive in. You thought you were being generous putting out salt buckets so residents could treat their own walkways. Now fast forward 2 weeks and you're refilling some stations daily while others still untouched. What started out as a nice gesture has become an operational nightmare you never saw coming. Here's what happens when you put out commercial salt buckets. Some residents take what they need. Other residents, they fill their garage. And you have absolutely no way to tell the difference. You'll see certain stations emptied within a day or two of refilling. Meanwhile, stations in other areas of your community, they seem fine for weeks. Now, is it because some walkways need more treatment? Maybe it's because certain residents are stockpiling. Almost certainly, in fact. But here's the trap. You can't confront anyone without proof. You can't install cameras over salt buckets, and you can't limit access without creating a bigger administrative headache than the problem you're actually trying to solve. So what do most boards do? They just keep refilling and hope that the budget holds. That's not a strategy. That's surrender. It gets more complicated. A resident claims, we need extra salt because a family member has mobility issues. Another says their walkway is shaded and ices over faster than anyone else's. A third insists the HOA or condominium is responsible for keeping their path safe at all times. Each request sounds reasonable in isolation, but add them up and suddenly you're not managing a community resource anymore. You're running a personalized salt delivery service. Where's the line? What accommodations are you legally required to make? What happens when the resident who's been dumping an entire bucket on their walkway slips? And then it blames your board. These aren't simple questions. You don't necessarily need to know the answers. And the questions are not going to be found in any Facebook group for HOA or community volunteers. Now multiply this chaos by your relationship with your snow removal vendor. They quoted you based on a certain number of refills per storm event, or perhaps they quoted you on the tonnage of your salt or de-icing material. But some stations need daily attention regardless of weather. Your costs are spiraling and the vendor is frustrated because the scope keeps changing. When the angry calls start coming in from residents, my area hasn't been salted. The bucket was empty when I needed it. Where does that blame land? On the vendor who followed the contract? On the management company relaying resident complaints? Or on the board that designed this unmanageable system? The answer, unfortunately, is it always comes back to your board. And by then, it's too late to fix it gracefully. What I've described today isn't rare, it's practically universal. Boards implement policies with the best intentions, never realizing they've created systems that can't be managed, measured, or sustained. The difference between communities that run smoothly and those that lurch from crisis to crisis isn't luck. It's having someone who's seen these patterns before, someone who can spot the operational landmines before you step on them. If your community is caught in cycles like this, generous policies creating impossible expectations, that's a conversation worth having. If you found this perspective valuable, we invite you to connect with us. Facebook viewers, like our page and follow us for regular updates. Feel free to message us directly with your questions or community challenges. Instagram viewers, hit follow and feel free to DM us with your questions or community challenges. YouTube viewers, subscribe to our channel and check out the video description for helpful links. Visit our website to discover our thought leadership content, books, and resources that can transform your community management approach. Whether you're dealing with the challenges we discussed today or other community issues, we're here to help. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.